The world is once again at a turning point. The United States has withdrawn from the Paris Agreement for the second time, a move that could disrupt global climate efforts. But what does this mean for international climate action, renewable energy investment, and the future of net zero commitments? One of Trump's first moves after re-entering office was pulling the US out of the Paris Agreement. This decision has sparked uncertainty over climate financing, energy policies, and global leadership. With the US stepping back, developing nations could struggle to secure funding for their clean energy transitions, and global net zero efforts may face new obstacles. The Paris Agreement is more than just a treaty. It's a global commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and limiting temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. When a country as large as the United States steps back, it raises questions about whether global climate targets can still be met. But the reality is clear. While the US is a major player, the clean energy transition is already well underway. The economic case for renewables is too strong to ignore, and global investments in clean energy have surpassed fossil fuel spending. However, without US contributions, key climate finance initiatives could be at risk, particularly for vulnerable nations. The US has played a major role in funding global climate initiatives, including just energy transition partnerships in Indonesia and Vietnam. With this withdrawal, billions in climate finance could be at risk, delaying crucial renewable energy projects. At the same time, the clean energy transition is already well underway. Renewables are outpacing fossil fuel investments, and major economies like China and the EU are stepping up their commitments. With the US stepping back, other nations are taking the lead. China is expanding its dominance in solar, wind, and EV manufacturing, while the EU is strengthening its climate policies and financial commitments. The question now is, will this shift in climate leadership accelerate or slow down global efforts? Some experts believe it could push other nations to work harder, proving that international climate action doesn't rely on just one country. Despite this setback, the world is not giving up on net zero commitments. Renewable energy is now more cost-effective than fossil fuels. Corporate net zero pledges continue to rise, and countries remain committed to reducing emissions. But this withdrawal raises an important question. Can the world meet its climate targets without the US fully on board? The challenge now is ensuring that climate action remains a top priority globally. Governments, businesses, and financial institutions must work together to keep the momentum going. The decisions made in the next few years will define the future of global climate leadership.